Savannah Guthrie, the respected co-anchor known for her warm presence and insightful journalism on a major morning program, has recently shared a profoundly personal and emotional update regarding her family's ongoing ordeal. Together with her siblings, she has announced a substantial increase in the reward offered for information about her missing mother, Nancy Guthrie, who is 84 years old. This decision comes during what the family describes as an unimaginable period of uncertainty and pain following Nancy's abduction from her own bed in the quiet of night. The matriarch was taken on the evening transitioning into February 1st, leaving behind a void that has tested the family's strength in ways they never anticipated. In a video message that conveys raw vulnerability, Savannah speaks directly from the heart, articulating the deep agony that has marked every passing day, now stretching into more than 3 weeks, filled with fear, aching longing, and an overwhelming sense of absence. The family acknowledges the harsh possibilities that Nancy may no longer be with them, perhaps having passed peacefully to a better place where she is reunited with her faith and loved ones. Yet they hold space for hope that she might simply be lost and in need of guidance to return home. This duality of acceptance and optimism underscores the complexity of their emotions, as they grapple with the unknown while refusing to abandon the possibility of a joyful reunion. Savannah emphasizes the need for closure above all, stressing that knowing Nancy's whereabouts is essential whether for celebration or for honoring a life well lived. To this end, the family has elevated the reward to a full $1 million for any details that lead to her recovery or the apprehension of those responsible. Previously set at a lower amount, this significant boost reflects their commitment to leaving no stone unturned and their belief that generous incentives can encourage someone with critical knowledge to step forward. In a gesture of solidarity with others facing similar tragedies, the Guthrie family is also contributing $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Savannah notes that their situation is far from unique, with countless families enduring the torment of uncertainty. By drawing attention to their own story, they aim to shine a light on the broader issue, extending support and awareness to all who wait anxiously for news of loved ones. Her words carry a message of shared humanity, reminding listeners that pain knows no boundaries and that collective empathy can foster meaningful change. The family clings to the belief in miracles, with one sibling evocatively describing their efforts as blowing gently on the embers of hope to keep the flame alive. This poetic imagery captures the delicate balance of nurturing faint optimism amid overwhelming darkness. The video concludes with an urgent, compassionate appeal to anyone who might possess information, no matter how small. Savannah implores viewers to consider this their sign to come forward, to share what they know, and to help facilitate either a miraculous homecoming or a dignified farewell that honors Nancy's brave, courageous, and noble existence. She positions potential informants as beacons of light in an otherwise shadowy time, highlighting the transformative power of truth and courage. Nancy was last seen after enjoying dinner with family on the evening before her disappearance, and her absence was noted when she failed to join a virtual church service the following day, a routine that spoke to her deep spiritual life and community ties. Authorities, including the local sheriff leading the investigation, have expressed conviction that this was not a random burglary but a deliberate kidnapping. They point to surveillance footage showing a masked individual, suggesting premeditation and raising questions about motive, whether financial or rooted in personal grievance. Investigators have received tens of thousands of tips, demonstrating widespread public concern and the scale of the effort underway. A recovered glove has been analyzed, with DNA evidence appearing to align with items worn by the suspect in the video, adding a layer of forensic detail that keeps the case active and promising. The sheriff has voiced determination that the search will persist indefinitely if necessary, underscoring a resolve to locate Nancy and hold accountable the perpetrator. This steadfast approach provides a measure of comfort to the family, even as they navigate daily life with heavy hearts. Savannah's public statements reveal a woman of strength who, despite her professional poise in front of cameras, allows her genuine emotions to surface when it matters most for her family. Expanding on the emotional landscape, the increase in reward represents more than a monetary figure. It symbolizes the family's refusal to let hope fade. Missing persons cases often hinge on community involvement, where one person's recollection or observation can unravel mysteries that seem impenetrable. By amplifying the incentive, the Guthries are signaling to the world that every lead counts and that their mother's life holds immeasurable value. Nancy's profile as a beloved grandmother and matriarch adds poignancy, as families across generations feel the ripple effects of her absence. The donation to the Missing Children's Center extends this compassion outward, recognizing that advocacy for one can benefit many. In an era where digital media spreads information instantly, Savannah's video serves as a powerful tool, humanizing statistics and compelling action through personal narrative. Delving into the investigative aspects without speculation, the presence of camera evidence and matching physical items like the glove builds a narrative of methodical pursuit by law enforcement. The sheriff's insights into potential motivations, money or revenge, illustrate the multifaceted challenges in such probes, where human behavior defies easy categorization. Yet the family's focus remains on resolution, whether through reunion or peaceful acceptance. Their message of faith, with references to dancing in heaven or celebrating a noble life, offers solace not only to themselves but to viewers grappling with loss. This approach fosters resilience, turning private grief into a public call for justice and kindness. Further reflection on the broader implications shows how celebrity voices like Savannah's can elevate awareness for overlooked issues. Morning show anchors often become trusted figures in households, and when they share vulnerabilities, it bridges the gap between public persona and private reality. The agony described, fearing the worst while hoping for the best, mirrors countless untold stories, making the Guthrie plea universally relatable. Blowing on the embers of hope becomes a metaphor for perseverance, encouraging small acts of persistence that can yield great results. The reward hike to $1 million is a bold step, likely to generate fresh tips and renewed media interest, keeping Nancy's name prominent. In considering family dynamics during crisis, the united front presented by Savannah and her siblings highlights the strength found in togetherness. They stand as one, channeling sorrow into purposeful action rather than isolation. Nancy's spiritual devotion, evident in her church participation, infuses the story with themes of grace and endurance. The plea for information as a sign personalizes the request,